yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the future and my next video that I upload.
All right. Yep. See ya. And remember to be positive and stay awesome. Bye bye.
Bye. We're gonna play Spider-Man for the PS4 now. So.
Yep. We're gonna go. Bye bye.
Can you believe that it's been a year since we got a Marvel movie? We were supposed, so this movie reviewing right now, we were supposed to get this last year, but due to COVID, they shifted back this movie, like, what was it, three times,
Yeah, few,
three or four.
more than a few times.
Yeah,
Something like that.
but you know what, guys? It's out now. Like the wait's over. We can finally watch it. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Jake's movie reviews. And today we are reviewing the highly anticipated one of the newer Marvel movies, the first movie in Phase 4, and probably one of the most highly anticipated movies of the summer. Black Widow. Black Widow. We're gonna talk about Black Widow today. So Black Widow. So and Josh, I forgot to mention Josh is here. Josh is here. This is the first.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Just the guy chilling over here.
Yeah. This
What's
is
up? Hey.
This is Josh's first Marvel movie review on this channel. He has reviewed the shows with me, but this is his first Marvel movie. So yeah, normally I sometimes I do with Joey, but Joey's gonna go see this movie on his own, so he didn't. We went, actually, Josh and I and another friend of mine, Ashton, we went last night in 40X and we saw this, which was fun. But we'll talk about how it was seeing in 40X like later in this review. But anyways, so Black Widow. So this takes place like right after Captain America's Civil War, like right after. But in the beginning, we kind of get like a flashback of the young Natasha Romanoff and her as a kid. And
Well, I had to include that because otherwise, I guess it wouldn't have. Theoretically, the whole plot is revolving around her getting back at the people who basically indoctrinated her as an assassin. So yeah. They got to start from the beginning somehow. At first, I was like, I don't know if they needed it, but then I was like, I guess it was necessary.
It's like kind of like an origin, so I kind of respected it because this movie is about Black Widow. I respected it. It's not bad. And then we see Black Widow again, and I guess after what happens in Civil War, they're saying she's on the run for the things she did in Civil War, breaking the laws of the Sokovia Accords, basically. Yeah.
It happened. So, I mean, it happened like what, 5 years ago, but it happened. It's weird how some of them are like, it's like Tom Hiddleston has to do the same thing for Loki, going all the way back to like, oh, what was his thought process back in like 2012? Now she's having to do the same thing, Scarlett's having to do the same thing for Black Widow.
Black Widow.
She just has to go back to like, oh, what was her thought process during the Civil War era, 2016, like,
Yeah.
interesting how all these actors have to like, they're traveling back again, so it's like they gotta rethink their acting process to go, oh, what was I thinking at that time?
Yeah. And then actually what I like, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but there was blonde hair dye like in the background of like one of the scenes, and I'm like, that's a nod to Infinity War. That's why she dyed her hair blonde,
How else are they gonna explain that?
Yeah. What
Other than, oh, something about hair dye in somewhere in like a bathroom or wherever. Can't remember where.
Anyway, back to the movie. So we get this we get Taskmaster who's like so this villain is like this villain, he knows like every move of like every superhero, like Captain America. We got some Spider-Man in there. We got some Black Panther. We saw some moves that he did with the claws, like with Black Panther and a hawk horse.
That is to assume that they have fought that Taskmaster has fought all these characters before.
No, or either that, or he studied all the moves, and he now knows them.
Maybe from afar or something. Maybe Taskmaster is just kind of like, we're just stay over on the sidelines and just examine the fight from afar, and then we'll study everyone's.
I would talk about Taskmaster more, but I think we might have to say our Loki.
Don't go too in depth into Taskmaster, because that would go into spoilers.
Yeah. And anyway, he's trying to hunt down a Black Widow, because as we haven't. Well, we know this, but probably nobody who's read the comics and first time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's more widows besides Natasha,
Well, yeah, it's the Red Room. It's the entire it's literally an entire organization built upon indoctrinating girls into becoming these brutal, merciless assassins, basically.
Yeah. And we get Natasha's sister, not biological sister, because they
we don't really see any biological family in this.
Yeah, we don't
just discuss family the whole time. It's just
more like adopted, but they're kind of like family figures, even though
adopted.
Natasha not like Black Widow doesn't see it,
Yeah.
when she's like older now.
Pretty much.
But Yelena, I guess, which is her name. Yelena Belov,
Belova, I think. Yeah. Yelena Belova.
Belova, very Russian last name, very Russian.
Well, the characters are Russian.
The characters are they're Russian.
Why do you think Black Widow has such a complicated relationship with the Avengers?
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
when I mean complicated, I do mean complicated because like she has morals, but like I don't know, like her morals are like slightly, I don't want to say different, but they're slightly like modified by
Right.
comparison to the rest of the Avengers, especially guys like, Captain America and
Whoa.
even Bruce Banner and even Thor. Like she loves all, of course, she loves all of them to death, but because of her upbringing, she obviously has a multitude of viewpoints.
Whoa, yeah, but um, I just want to mention like us. So we've seen Scarlett Johansson playing this character like speaking in her own accent, but in this movie, there's parts in this movie where she has Russian dialect, which I thought was great because Black Widow has a Russian like background, and Scarlett Johansson's dialect, like in a Russian accent, was really good. It was really good. I thought it was good, and
Yeah, I figure they all have to have some kind of they
it's,
all have to have some kind of a coach in order to like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, here's someone who will teach you how to speak in a German accent, and here's someone who will allow you to speak in, I guess, an Ethiopian accent for Wakanda, I'm assuming.
yeah,
I think it's Ethiopian, I'm not sure.
it's
But it's like, you need those coaches and to be like, hey, here's how you
African American kind of language,
well,
Yeah.
more African. No more African. African American is kind of its own thing since it, you know.
Okay.
But anyway,
Anyway, not about the language.
we're not wants to talk about that.
So Natasha finds Elena, and they have this like fight at first, but then they stop. They call a truce, and Elena's like, "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be with the event? Should be with your Avengers family?" Uh, she disses her for like being with like the Avengers a lot, but like, what's wrong with that? She's had a rough patch in her life, but she's doing when she joined the Avengers, she's been doing like good things for the world, other than like killing people, you know.
There are a couple lines from good old Red Guardian, Alexei.
Oh yeah, Alexi, Red
Where
Guardian.
it's just, this, the
So
pride he has for both of them is just it's hilarious.
what's funny is that that's like that merchandise with the Red Guardian with the you if you've seen merchandise with the that Marvel Legends figure of the Red Guardian.
Yeah, that literally plays out somehow in the movie.
And I was like,
I won't say how, but it
now
plays out.
I know why they have that.
Yeah, there's a certain way in which that plays out, and that's all we'll say.
Yeah, David Harbour was a great choice for Red Guardian. Good.
Oh, he's hilarious. He fit that role very well. I was surprised.
Very
I was
well.
like, wow.
After all of his work done in Stranger Things, he's ready to take on a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And Hellboy, but we don't talk about that.
No, we don't. We don't like to mention.
Mainly because that movie kind of sucked, but
We leave Hellboy out of it, but yeah, we get the point. But yeah, he's very funny, and he's very like overweight, kind of. That there's a part where he's trying to put the suit on, it's like still fits, but it's like still a little bit chubby, a little bit under the suit, even though
it's basically me trying to get into my clothes. I looked at that and I was like, this is me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Reason why I wear band t-shirts and basketball shorts. Because a lot of things don't fit me, and that was the most relatable part of the movie for me.
The part where he's putting on his suit reminds me of the Incredibles teaser trailer where we see Mr. Incredible trying to put like on his suit.
Well, yeah, pretty just him pretty much in both movies, I guess. I don't know if it happened in both movies. I know it happened in the first movie where he was kind of like, kind of.
It's the first movie of the teaser, and he did actually do that in the movie, actually, I think. But yeah, and what's funny is Red Guardian like was asking like Black Widow about like Captain America, since they're kind of a little bit similar. Red Guardian is like the Russian version of Captain America, absolutely the Russian version of Captain America.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was kind of like, I wish we got more of him in the suit. Just kind of more of him actually like showing off his abilities in the suit. Because there's a couple, like he does have a couple of moments where he like, where he's fighting or he's doing something and it's like, oh, it's neat to see it. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, I wish we got to see more of it.
Yeah.
Because like Red Guardian has that visual appeal and he has, he's, I would say he's an interesting character, being the antithesis of, Star-Spangled Man with a plan. Instead, he's being the Soviet man who is in the hands of the plan.
Yeah.
I guess because in Soviet Russia, you don't have the plan. The plan has you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wish we kind of got more of him. Just because he was funny, and I thought seeing him.
He even had like a lot of tattoos on him. He's got a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
And they even tattooed like him in his Red Guardian suit, like on his back.
Well, yeah. That's the thing about that particular, I guess, part of the world is that one particular, some of the stereotypes include gloating, pride,
Yeah.
Living in nostalgia, living in the past of, oh, this is how I used to be. It's kind of a thing that is
as you said,
pretty and tough, like oh, we're not America,
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, as you said, like we didn't get that much of a Red Guardian in the suit. Whether we see him, I mean, this is supposed to be a prequel to Infinity War. Whether we see Red Guardian again or we don't, hopefully
Who knows if any of them got blipped or snapped out? Like, who knows?
It
doesn't matter because they're all back.
All back, and we get we also get like Black Widow's like a adoptive like mother.
Rachel Weisz. Yeah. She
Yeah.
was all right. She was okay. There were a couple parts where I was like, I was almost wondering if she was Iron Maiden, which is another character in the comics, not to be confused with the band Iron Maiden, which rocks. But
I like. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. That was funny. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome, I guess. Okay. All right, I guess that's like because I was almost wondering if that was her character because I do remember a couple theories going around that was who her character was, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but yeah, she was good in this movie. She was good. She had some comedic moments. Like she had like there's like a scene like where they had like with the pig. They named the pig after like Alexei, which is funny because that's Red Guardian's name. Is like you realize what it was named after.
Yeah, she had a couple moments, and she was kind of the one carrying the plot of like there were a couple of twists where I was like, did this need to happen? And when did this happen? Like, like, especially one particular moment where I was like, when did this happen? And how were you able to do this so quickly? I mean, I can make inferences, I can guess, but I don't know if that's. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know when it happened. But that's for that. Again, that's going into spoiler territory.
We shall save that. We shall save that for later, but not for this main review. Anyways, let's talk about Taskmaster before we do the question of this video and we re-rate this movie. So Taskmaster, I thought Taskmaster was a good villain for this movie, but I wish we could have seen him a little bit more in this, since they're introducing him in this movie. I don't know if he's gonna come back in like future MCU projects.
I don't know. I don't know. The way they handled Taskmaster here, again,
He's
kind of going into spoiler territory, but like the way they handled it, I was like, I feel like this makes sense in accordance to the story, but at the same time, I was like, what? I don't know if it does. Like it did, but it metaphorically speaking, symbolically, it made sense. Yet at the same time, I was like, logistically, this doesn't make sense. And at the same time, I was like, well, this is a very Marvel thing to do, I guess, especially for the ones like Civil War and First Avenger. Basically, all of like the movies that are just down to earth, not necessarily the cosmic Marvel movies or the mystic arts Marvel movies or whatever. The ones that are all like involving lots of tech and like the espionage type Marvel movies. It seemed pretty like standard for what they did.
Yeah.
But again, that's going into spoiler territory.
Yeah. Anyway, I on a scale 1 to 10, how I rate like movies when I do my movie reviews, this is how like I say how a movie's good or if it's all right or if it's bad. Scale 1 to 10, Black Widow gets a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a good Marvel movie coming back into the MCU, like for Phase 4, a new phase, like a new picture of like the MCU for a new phase, even though for Phase 4, even though I kind of felt this kind of should have felt like a Phase 3 movie, but it's still good for Phase 4. It's still good, even though it felt a little bit like Phase 3, even though there was already a lot of movies in Phase 3, so probably best to have this in Phase 4, even though it's a prequel. Though it's a prequel. And Black Widow, Black Widow is, if you haven't seen Endgame, we don't have Black Widow anymore, unfortunately. So
I mean, you already know, like,
I mean, if we ever do see her again, I have no idea. I have no idea. That's up to Marvel Studios, and that's up to Kevin Feige. Like what the future holds for Black Widow. I don't know now, but now we got a movie. But 9 out of 10, that's what I rate. Josh, what's your rating? Not scale 1 to 10.
Well, my rating is kind of vacillating back and forth between like a 7.5 and an 8, somewhere in there. I don't know yet. I might be leaning more towards, I don't know, maybe an 8.
Maybe 8. 8's good.
Yeah, maybe an 8. It's like it's not the best Marvel movie, but
I'm not.
It's a like.
I'm not.
It's a solid like
It's a good solid Marvel movie. It's a good movie. Like if you haven't been to the movies like during the pandemic and in so long. You know, movie theaters are open again. You know, this is a good like coming back to the movie theaters movie. You know, your typical Marvel movie. But question is,
Don't expect, yeah,
yeah,
don't
question
expect like
is,
a masterpiece,
right,
but I think it's a solid, like,
you know,
getting
first,
this whole thing started,
for a solo film, you gotta
Sure.
you gotta admit, for Black Widow, a solo film, it was pretty good for a solo film for
Right.
Black Widow. It was pretty good. I remember, before I get to the question, I find funny thing. I remember they did an SNL skit when Scarlett Johansson was the host on SNL, I guess for one of the episodes. They did like a skit for like a Black Widow movie, like if Black Widow did have a movie and now she's got a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So question is video, Josh. Uh like what other female characters would you like to get their own solo movie? So we already have Captain Marvel, which she was the first MCU female superhero to get her solo film first. Now we got Black Widow taking the second up in the the top, like the I don't know, the movies, like the female superheroes. So which one of them would you want? But any of the female superheroes who have not had their own solo movie, which one of them?
That is
Besides Black Widow and Captain Marvel, because they've already had theirs.
that's a really, really interesting question that, like, I would just have to like come up with one off the top of my head because like there's so many characters and it's hard to remember all of them, but like I kind of want one. I want a character who hasn't been introduced in the MCU yet again. But I
Okay.
guess they already did that with Captain Marvel. But like, I don't know. I guess one that comes to my mind is Spider Woman.
Okay.
One that comes to my mind, or Black Cat. Actually, that
I
might be an interesting
I like
one.
well Black Cat is a super villain, so it's
Kind of.
anti villain, kind of like Venom, kind of, you know.
Kind of. I mean, unless you're gonna go by like the cartoon, where it's like, I mean, what's her name? Felicity?
But
I
yeah,
mean, in the comics, it was Felicity too. No,
Felicia,
Felicia. That's right. Yeah, she's kind of like she's got that on and off thing with Spider-Man. It's like kind of like Catwoman with Batman, except more, I don't know, teenager-esque, like closer to like, in the realm of, the teen thing. But like, I mean, I think it'd be kind of interesting.
ah, okay. Well, here's my answer. I've been liking Valkyrie. I want to see Valkyrie maybe get her own solo film or maybe her own Disney Plus like series. I could see Valkyrie getting something. No, that's just my thought. Anyway, that's I mean, thank you guys for watching. That's it for our review for Black Widow. And guys, if you want to know how you can watch Black Widow, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below the Fandango, which if you want to watch in the movie theaters, because there's two options of how to watch Black Widow. I'll be leaving a link to Fandango in the description below so you can get your own tickets to Black Widow. And also, second option is it's on Disney Plus with Premiere Access. Well, I'm not a fan of Disney Plus Premiere Access, so I wouldn't. I'm a fan of Disney Plus, but not Premiere Access. So I wouldn't recommend it. You know, $30 is it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you want to go to the cheaper option, go watch it in theaters. Go watch it in theaters. But if you got a lot of money, then go. This Black Widow is also on Disney Plus, but with Premiere Access only. but I'm just saying it's a very Josh and I wouldn't go that road. You know, that's a very expensive way of just watching Black Widow. You know, with the extra money you're already paying for Disney Plus, but it's adding like extra money just for premiere access. You know, so it's a lot. So go see it in go see it in theaters. That's the best option. Go get your tickets in the description below the Fandango. It's like whatever 3D, IMAX, 4DX, 2D. I don't care. Like you go watch it. It's a good Marvel film. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here. Like, favorite, and share videos we have up, or I have up. Episode 9 of High School Musical and Musical series. That's already up. Either of this review is coming out Saturday. Saturday is probably a Saturday or Friday, as the movie's already out. So go check out that video. Loki episode 5, excuse me. Episode 5 of Loki. That review's up. Go check that out. And we got one episode of Loki to review. And that's gonna be next week. So stay tuned for next week for episode 6 of Loki. And breakdown theories coming for part 5 coming Saturday or Sunday. Maybe Sunday. And that will, if you guys have already seen Black Widow, and if you want us to talk about what we couldn't talk about in this review, which is the spoilers, we will be mentioning those in our breakdown and theories video. And Monsters at Work, first 2 episodes. Episode 3 will be next week. The other shows we review, go check out. And reaction, we did a reaction to Kanto, and that's pretty much it. Just right now. Oh, and Addams Family 2, I haven't been mentioning Addams Family 2. We did Addams Family 2 as well. Yeah, anyways, subscribe to my brother Josh, because he's got Shang-Chi Legends of the Ten Rings. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That
one. That's I could go watch that one.
Go watch that one. It's up. Halloween Kills. Are you still ending Halloween Kills? Your trailer reaction on Halloween Kills?
Yeah, I'm still editing that one. That one's almost done. So yeah.
Almost done. And he's got Army of the Dead coming up. And I might do something with Josh, you know, whatever he's got a lot of ideas, so I might do something with Josh on his channel. Well, I have to, since Josh has done a lot with me, so I gotta do a lot with Josh, you know, some of Josh, you know. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy our review for Black Widow, and also like the video if you like my Black Widow socks. I don't know if you can see here. Hold on. There you go. You see there? Black Widow socks. Like the video if you like the Black Widow socks. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you in the future. Peace. And don't forget to rock on. Excelsior. Later, guys. I still can't believe this movie is out. This movie is finally out. The wait is over. It's out. Oh, so happy. Happy days. Oh, go enjoy yourselves, you guys. Go enjoy yourselves. Go watch some Black Widow. Go watch it. Watch it one time, watch it 2 times, go watch it as many times as you want. It's out in theaters and it's out on Disney Plus. Video, I'm sorry guys, video is not over because I forgot to mention this in the review. How can I forget to mention this? There's an after credits scene, so don't leave the theaters or if you're watching on Disney Plus, don't exit out of Disney Plus because there is an after credit scene, which leads to a Disney Plus show. I'm not gonna say which one it is. You'll find out, but it leads to something that's gonna fit the next project of the MCU. So go check it out. Okay, that's all. Bye guys. That's all. You can go now. You can go home, or go watch another video. All right, bye.